Hello everybody, and welcome to the John J Gaming Channel, where the Mud Dogs of South Central Louisiana State will take on the UAB Blazers, where it is crucial that we get back on the right track with how poorly we played against Maryland. Now, the good news is that we have UAB this week. They also garbage, as you can see with the beating they took against LSU. I like how we're garbage with the talent that we have on the roster. So maybe we can pull it out with this win at home. We do get the kickoff to start the game. We're going to start it off with Mike Bullitt taking the kick. He's going to run it out from the end zone. He does have a lane. He's able to get by. He just had a little bit more speed. He'll be able to take it in for a touchdown. But, we'll take the field position to start this game off. Definitely a good way to start this game against UAB.
First play of the game here is going to be a handoff to Casey Bug. He does have a nice lane to start off. Nice little 9-yard gain for Casey Bug. And if we're going to win this game today, it's going to be predicated on that run game as well as that defense. We have to know how to spell defense, and we also got to run the ball extremely well because this offense is not predicated on the pass. So if we get into a spot in the game where we have to throw it 30 times, it's not going to be good for us. As Guinevere, he dropped back the pass, tried to get him with that play action, and you can see goes right through our tackle, takes that 8-yard sack. So got to avoid situations like these. 3rd and 9, obvious passing situation, but we'll see what our quarterback is going to do. He's going to drop back. He sees a tiny hole for John Espinoza. He's able to get that in for an 16-yard reception for the first down. This man had a person right in his face too. Way to have some poise to start this game off. 1st and 10 though for the Mud Dogs. Gonna go back to that play action wheel, see what we can do here. This time, once again, doesn't see anybody open, and definitely concerned for us going forward in this game. Already in this first drive, they already have 2 sacks and almost a 3rd sack on the previous play. Offense definitely needs to hold up on the offensive line to give our quarterback some time to throw. But we got the 2nd and long. See what we can do here. Joyce has the catch for a split second. He drops it when he gets tackled by the UAB player. And once again, for a 2nd time in a row, we have a 3rd and long. No idea how we're going to get this one, boys. 3rd and 20. We're going to be in that 4-vert set, see what our quarterback can do. He sees Burrell streaking down the middle, and he places it just in a position to where him and only him can get this ball. And he's able to make the catch. We're back to that 1st and 10. But, yeah, once again, I know we got lucky on some of those pass plays, but if we're going to win here today, we're going to have to get some plays from our running game as well as our defense. This is a team that is better off running the ball with Casey Bugs probably being our best offensive player. Like to work off of and then Gwinnell as a complement to our running game. We got 2nd and 8 again. We're going to hand it off to Casey Bug once again. We're going to live and die by this running game. And it's going to show just off the splits if we win this game or not. If we run the ball mostly, control this clock, we might just be able to pull this one off. If we have to throw it a lot, probably going to lose. As it's a 3rd and 4, Gwinnell's actually going to scramble. Doesn't see anybody in that pass concept open. So he's just going to take it off himself, get that 1st and goal inside the 2. You guys are probably wondering what happened to these helmets. Have a different set of helmets this time around. This is still South Central Louisiana State. So equipment manager forgot to get the game day helmets for the team. So actually breaking out the practice helmets. Guess you call them our alternates, quote unquote. So that's what happened. I'm gonna have a conversation with equipment manager. There's a 2nd goal, and Bug runs it in for the touchdown. Take this early lead here in the 1st quarter. Casey Bug has a nice lane in the center. He's able to get the score. But it's UAB ball. See what we can do here. Short pass over to Corey Seward. He only gets 4 yards on it, though. Defense did a really nice job of responding to the short pass, and it's a 2nd and 6. A little bit similar to how we start against Maryland. First play is only a few yards, but hopefully we can stop the big play here today. As Williams, he gets another carry, and once again the defense responds. James Joyce is able to get in there from the safety position. Doesn't allow any yardage on the run. So got this 3rd and 6. Maybe this is the day that South Central Louisiana State, these Mud Dogs, can get the first victory. But it's 3rd and 6. He drops back the pass, and there's Keon Thomas with the 18-yard reception. Ran that corner route so superbly. No one accounted for that tight end, and it's now 1st and 10 for the UAB Blazers. All right, Quinn goes into motion here. They had us on the fake, but it's actually a pass to Rashad Quinn. That little play action, forcing a 2nd and 9 for UAB. Nice play so far. Really impressed by the defense so far. They're driving, but at the same time, or at least making them work for it, which is a huge step up from last week when Maryland was able to just impose their will on us early on and really took us out of the game. But we got this 3rd down opportunity once again. Didn't get him off the field the last time. But, maybe this is it right here. As Moore drops back the pass, and there's Seward. He's able to break a tackle and go upfield for another 13 yards as the UAB mascot is loving that. 2 separate opportunities to get him off the field early on. But instead, it's another 1st down. They still continue to drive. 1st and 10 for the Blazers. That's another play action. This man has all day to throw, but T.J. Covington is able, seemingly came out of nowhere and deflects that ball and make sure that completion is not made. Would really love to see an interception to get this team and the stadium going early on, but it's 2nd and 10 instead. But we got another pass play, this time going to Tyler Brown. He gets a 6-yard reception, making it 3rd and 4 for this UAB offense. Both teams are going at a really slow pace, trying to control the tempo, try to limit possessions, give them each team a chance to win. As Moore scrambling once again, Boucher is there. Actually, that's not Boucher. That's Lyle Robin Ducks. Yeah, he tries to wrap him up, but Moore just wanted it a little bit more than our middle linebacker. Another 3rd down conversion for UAB. As they throw a screen pass to the left. Really caught our defense off guard as Brad Cronin, number 3 for the UAB Blazers, he gets a 10-yard gain on the play. 1st and 10 for the Blazers once again. Can our defense make a stop? As Moore drops back the pass. Another short read to Robbie Anderson with a 5-yard catch, making it look 2nd and reasonable. But hey, defense is at least slowing them down. That's something that we really had a problem with against Maryland last week. Had a lot of big plays early on. As Bobby Boucher comes in there, cleans up the work, trying to wrap up from a right defensive end. Bobby Boucher is able to get in there and wrap him up for just a few yards gained. Another 3rd and short. Is 4th time the charm? Is it the 4th time for UAB? And McCullough is there, but for some reason he doesn't want to wrap him up. And he's able to get the pitch off to Ashley Williams and score the touchdown. It's going to be an even 7-7. So, South Central Louisiana State, they're going to get, it's going to hand it off to Casey Bug once again. Really getting him with that fake bubble to the draw. That's the 2nd time we ran that play, and that's the 2nd time that we had great results. So, that's the end of the 1st quarter. Really nice game so far by our Mud Dogs. Have it tied at 7 going into the 2nd. Much better start than what we had against Maryland, where we let 28 points get scored on us. Well, we got the 2nd and 1 here. We're gonna, of course, have it set up to hand it off to Casey Bug. He's gonna find a nice little lane here for 5 yards. Really getting going early on. Only 6 carries, but he has over 5 yards of carry so far. Really doing a good job of imposing our will on the UAB Blazers whenever we have the ball on offense. He's going to get another carry, and he's able to get by one guy. He gets by a second tackler, and that is a 32-yard run for Casey Bug for the biggest play of the game thus far. He's able to get by one tackler, do a little sidestep. That number 4 also tries to hit him with the dive tackle. He misses, but that's safety. He's able to come up from the safety position. He's able to bring Bug down, but really nice play by both our running back and his offensive line early on. And, we're just having success with the running game so far. I'm really, really happy to see the progress that we've made just in the course of 1 week. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Mud Dogs. Gonna try something new. A little bit of a trick play for this Mud Dogs team. We're gonna actually pass the ball. Gwinnell doesn't see anybody open. He sees Bevo. That's Henderson. That is our backup tackle. We are so thin at the tight end position. And we're just thin in general. We're going to throw in this tackle, and he runs a really nice route, and he has a recognition. He sees the quarterback scrambling. He's going to go upfield. Gwinnell's going to find him for a really nice play, and that's going to set it up for a nice 1st and goal to hopefully we can get this touchdown here. Well, not quite just yet. Our boy Bugs, really putting in work, so have to give him a little bit of break. That was CJ Wright with his first carry of the day. He only gets a yard on the play. 2nd and goal here for the Mud Dogs. We're going to throw it to Bugs once again. He's able to get to the outside where Bug is going to run it in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. That's going to put us up 14-7 early on in the 2nd quarter before we give the ball back to UAB, who passes it to Seward for a nice 8-yard gain on the play. Makes it a 2nd and short. Really makes us vulnerable to that play action, but this time they're going to run a jet sweep for the first time today. Robbie Anderson's going to get the carry. He gets 17 yards on the play. And UAB is definitely, even with the lack of talent that they also have on their roster, they're still faster than we are generally. If we're going to win, we're going to have to out-scheme them and out-execute. As Ashley Williams gets another carry for 5 yards. But I think we're doing a lot better job of containing the run in comparison to last week. It's just that even just with the lack of speed, even if we execute really well, they still have a tendency to get 3, 4, even 5 yards as they run another jet sweep, this time to Gabe Smith, but this time our defense does a really good job with containment and forces the 3rd and 5. Shout out to Robin Ducks, by the way, with that tackle. Really did a good job with the play recognition as we have another 3rd down for this UAB team. Can we force it? And we sure do. Brian Moore gets sacked for 7 yards, and Sean Lynch gets his first sack of the game, forcing a 4th and 12, and it should be getting. And what is this? It's a fake punt. Joe Jefferson makes the catch for 20 yards, and they have fooled this Mud Dogs team. Man, that is bold. They ran a 4th and 12 in their own territory. But Joyce is going to respond on the very next play. He gets our very first turnover forced on the season. James Joyce with the interception. Quarterback tried to throw it down the middle. And the Mud Dogs are going to get the football to start this drive on around the 25 with Casey Bugs taking that loss, unfortunately. But maybe our momentum is shifting towards our way. Really nice job for the defense to respond after the converted 4th down. 2nd and 11 though for the Mud Dogs. We're gonna throw an out route to Darren Joyce That's going to be a 10-yard gain, and that's going to really set us up with a 3rd and 1 for the Mud Dogs. And of course, this is all about the running game here in Louisiana. So we're gonna just run this ball down their throat, or not. Definitely been wrong before. Definitely was wrong there. Forces the 4th down, forces up the punt, as they have another 1st and 10. And Ashley Williams, I thought we were gonna get him sooner. Did a really good job of containment early on, but definitely a fast kid on their team. And we have 2nd and 4 for UAB. Quarterback goes up the line to make the proper adjustments as Moore drops back the pass. This time he gets it to Keon Thomas again. Really doing a good job of getting us with that corner route with the tight end. Probably need to play a little bit more man instead of that zone, which is what we tried to do here. We'll see if it works out for us on this 1st and 10 for the UAB Blazers. Quarterback's making the adjustments, and we Moore drops back. He has plenty of time, and he's gonna have Corey Seward down the middle for 18 yards on the play. Seward's really killing us early on. Four catches for 43 yards already. Definitely playing that Julian Edelman role for his team early on. See if we can get a UAB get a stop for them early on. And there's Corey Seward again. 22-yard catch is that gosh darn corner route. And the quarterback throws a perfect ball that only Seward's going to be able to catch. Defense didn't have any sort of time to respond. But it's going to be 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Pass to Anderson, and Robbie Anderson is going to get this touchdown for the UAB Blazers. And it's going to tie us up at 14. But they're going to try Bullock again for some strange reason. And does this man have a lane? This man has a lane. He's got some blockers. There is no man in front of him. That is a touchdown for the Mud Dogs right there. Mike Bullock with the 95-yard return towards the end of his first half. And it says here that he got the record for the longest kick return. Probably not true, but we'll definitely take that. Nice confidence booster for our team early on, as Thomas gets the catch there right after they get the ball back and runs it down our throat after he catches it with a 40. Moore drops back once again. This time it goes to Ron Kane with a 23-yard catch. Man is wide open. Really need to get a man on him, because if this quarterback has time to throw, as you guys already seen, he's picking us apart with that pass game. But this time they're going to go with a draw play, surprisingly, and Frank McCullough is there with the tackle to wrap him up for a loss. Definitely helps us out because they're forced to take a timeout to start this as we get within 1 minute left in the first half. But Moore's going to drop back this time. McCullough is going to be able to get to the quarterback this time around. He was almost there. The running back made the pickup, and it's a 7-yard gain, as UAB is going into this no-huddle offense. This time, though, we're able to get a stop from James Joyce, forces field goal attempt here, and I'm not sure if he's going to make it. Don't know what this kicker is like, because he's had trouble kicking it to the end zone on the kickoffs. But this kicker just made it through the uprights to get 3 points on the board. Leaves only 40 seconds left. And I don't know what UAB is doing, but they're really trying Mike Bullock. He's already burned him for a touchdown. He might get him again for another touchdown. He only has one man to beat, which he does, but probably should have done that stiff arm instead. We got it on our own, basically 25-yard line. Grinnell drops back to throw, tried to get our team in a position to score, but he basically throws it away, overthrows the receiver, which was probably a good thing. He was definitely covered. That was a very small hole. 2nd and 10 for the Mud Dogs here with 27 seconds left. He drops back. He sees Y. Gets a Nate Colvin. Colvin makes a nice cut. He gets it just inside the 5-yard line for this Mud Dogs team. Nate Colvin had that really long touchdown reception in the last game to start their first offense possession. This time we're going to give it to Brad Muse. Brad Muse is going to forward it for 3 yards. But we still have a timeout left, so we have time to run one more play before we have to kick it. But that's not going to be a problem for us because Casey Bugg's just going to run it in for his 3rd touchdown score of the day. Casey Bugg is really the centerpiece of this Mud Dog offense, as the Mud Dogs go up 28-17 going into this first half, and have to wait a little bit longer for that because as the UAB Blazers was trying to close this half out, Corey Sealer was caught with the holding. So there's going to be one more play for this UAB team before we have to go into the locker room for the first half of this game. And it's just going to be a carry to Williams, and it's not going to lead to anything. And that's going to be the end of the first half for the Mud Dogs. We're up 28-17 going into the second half. This might be it. We might be able to get a win for this Mud Dog crowd here today. Starting the second half off with, and I thought Williams was going to be caught by McCollum, but he just shoves this man down with a 40. Really making him think about all of his life choices up to that point with that shove to the ground. And instead of a loss, it was a gain of 17 yards. Definitely brutal. I'm going to need to get this man to the weight room this off season. I don't think this man has ever touched one before if he's getting shoved down by a speed back like that. But it's another play for the Blazers. This time, Moores was going to drop back and pass, but he didn't see anybody open and he had all day, so he tried to scramble it. Luckily, Lynch was there to make a position where he was able to make a tackle on the quarterback, and instead of maybe a longer game, 2nd and 5. Now, 2nd and 5 is going to lead to a run with Ashley Williams, but it's only going to be for a gain of the yard. And Joyce is there to just really get that hit stick on the running back. Really love the way that our defense is playing as we got a 3rd and short here about midfield. Looks like it's going to be another jet sweep. Nope, it's going to be the Bishop instead. And Bobby Boucher was there to make a tackle. He was a little bit of an unknown in the last game, but he's starting to really assert himself in the second half against the UAB Blazers, as they're going to go for it once again, taking it to Bishop once more, but they're just going to fall just short of the first down marker. Really nice stand by this Mud Dogs defense, as our team is going to get the ball here at about the 50. First play being another Casey Bugg run with the halfback. Really going to ride and die by this man. 71 yards, 3 touchdowns so far. This man is killing it for us. Definitely the centerpiece, and if he stays healthy, he's going to get the ball a lot. Another run here with Casey Bugg with the we'll draw a fake bubble play here. Really having a lot of success with this play. Definitely need to run this play more often as we get another 6 yards off of that. 3rd and short here though for the Mud Dogs, and Bugg is gonna actually get stuffed here. 2-yard loss for the Mud Dogs team, and we're forced to punt it away. UAB is dropping back the pass, and Keon Thomas, he's able to barrel down for 14 yards on the play. Keon Thomas with 4 catches for 58 yards so far today. He's killing us with with that speed, and as well as that catching ability, as well as being able to truck folks. But next play, we're able to recover. It's a read option with with the ball going to Ashley Williams there, but Lyle was there to make the stop, and it's no gain on the play, forcing a long second down play for these UAB Blazers right here. As Moore drops back the pass, thought Lynch was going to be able to get to him, but he throws it just before he's able to make the tackle on the quarterback. Luckily, we force an incompletion, probably from that great rush that Lynch had on the last play. So we have this 3rd and 10, and I thought Beverly was going to get to him early on, and Seward just runs around this defender. Corner was in the position to make the tackle, and he just kind of runs around him. Really shows the speed difference between these two teams that are playing today. But we still have the lead despite the first down. We'll see if our defense can recover as they fake the jet sweep again, but this time they give it to Ashley Williams once more, and our defensive end just runs right through that tackle, forces a second and long with that 2-yard loss from Ashley Williams. Doing a good job now of containing the run defense, a staple that Henry Klein, our head coach here, wants to instill in this team. As he gets it to Keon Thomas again on the very next play, but this time it's a loss of a yard on the play. Defense is really starting to warm up as we have a long 3rd and 13 with a very crucial play for the UAB Blazers, and they're going to run a halfback screen, but they can't even connect on the play. It's going to force this 4th down and probably a punt, but I wouldn't be shocked. So they do end up punting the ball to us, and we were going to run this read option, but saw they were going to blitz the crap out of us. So going to do a run a little audible, get into this slants formation right here, get it to our man Joyce, where Joyce was able to make the catch and get 11 yards on the play. Definitely more of a running approach to this game, as to this point, that is only Gunnell's 10th pass of the day, although he's been somewhat efficient, 7 for 10. And as I was saying how efficient he was, Pat Mills almost gets the interception for those UAB Blazers, but alas, he drops the ball. Thankfully, we'll have another chance to move the ball down the field. So we're going to do something that we haven't done in a while, run 2 trick plays in a row, and this one's going to be costly. Rob Gaver, I believe, is going to get the interception for those UAB Blazers, and they're going to have the ball on our own 40-yard line. Terrible decision by Gunnell. Hopefully our defense here can hold up once again as Brian Moore tries to scramble for more yards, but he only gets a few yards on the play. 2nd and 7 for UAB. Brian Moore is going to drop back the pass once again. He has a nice hole for Corey Seward, where he's going to get 23 yards. This man almost has 100 yards catching today, but no touchdowns just yet. Has almost half of the passing yards for this UAB passing game, but it's going to be a 1st and 10 for UAB inside the red zone. Really crucial play here, and our defense stands up. I don't know what this man did with his legs afterwards, but Bobby Boucher there was able to get into the backfield on that play. Definitely the best player on our team, hands down. 99 overall, freshman. You do not want to make fun of his mama or water. I can tell you that right now. And I bet you some of those UAB guys did that to make fun of him. Really bad decision. You do not want to mess with Bobby Boucher, the true GOAT of this team, and maybe in the country, potentially. But we got a 3rd and 9 here for UAB Blazers. Really big play here. Want to get a touchdown for them. But this time we do get to the quarterback, and our secondary holds just long enough for us to get the pressure on the quarterback, and we only force a field goal. Not too bad. And oh no, Casey Bug is down with an injury at the moment. Definitely don't want that, but thankfully this 3rd quarter is over, and with 1 quarter left, we still have a 28-20 lead on the UAB Blazers. Can we pull off the victory? Hopefully we can, but we may have to go without Casey Bug for the remainder of this game, depending on what the injury is. But for now, we're going to give it off to, I believe that's CJ Wright. Yeah, excuse me, that's Carl Wright. Only his second carry on the day, but he's able to move the ball forward for some really nice yardage. Get it to a 3rd and manageable. Only need to get 4 yards here. And even though our starting running back may be out at the moment, we're still going to live and die by this running game. Carl Wright's going to get another carry for 7 yards on the play. Gets another first down for his Mud Dog offense, and see if we can get the ball moving, take some time off the clock, and try to win this game for this Mud Dogs crowd here today. As Carl Wright gets another carry, only for 1 yard this time. Definitely unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. 2nd and 9 for the Mud Dogs here. See what kind of magic G. Cannell can do here. He's going to throw it down the middle for John Espinoza, and really tight window, but John had the opportunity to make the catch, but he dropped it. You got to catch those passes for your quarterback, especially when he's able to get it through those tight windows like that. But long 3rd and 9 here. Cannell's going to drop back once again. He doesn't see anybody. He's just going to chuck it out of bounds, where we're going to have to punt it away. This man started off so efficiently in the beginning of the game, but alas, he's now 7 from 14 as Thomas makes a nice diving catch for the quarterback for almost 20 yards on the play. Gets us into Mud Dog territory just right off the bat with the first offensive play of the game. But Ashley Williams is going to take the carry for his team, gets only 3 yards on the play. And, you know, we may be struggling with containing the passing game, but really doing a good job with the running game here and containing that, making them one-dimensional in this football game so far, forcing the 2nd and 3. And, they're starting running back, only 42 yards passing, and thought we were going to get to more once again, but Gabe Smith was wide open. He's able to get 10 yards on his very first catch of the day. Really unfortunate. A lot of almost doing a decent job getting to the quarterback, but instead it's going to be a 1st and 10, as it looks like it's going to be another running play to Williams. And is that Bobby Boucher? Bobby Boucher forces the fumble. Oh, man. He's able to split the double team and just ruin Ashley Williams' day. Gets that forced fumble for our team, and that is huge for the Mud Dogs. We're gonna get the ball back, and hopefully we can take some more time off this clock. So a 2nd and 8 for the Mud Dogs. Gonna run this little stick concept, see if we can get some passing yards here. And we got X for a little bit. Gets it to Darren Joyce for a solid 6-yard game, making it a 3rd and short for the Mud Dogs here. We're also doing a pretty decent job with 3rd down conversions. 4 for 7 on the day. Hopefully we can make it 5 for 7 with this rush right here. Just kidding. Carl was going to get stuffed right up the middle. There was a hole for a split second, but we're not able to hold it for that long. And we got to give the ball back to the Blazers. So 3 minutes left in this game. And this time McCullough is going to just do a little yeet on this offensive tackle. Showed a little display of speed right there. You see on the replay. Left tackle had no idea what to do right there, and McCullough was able to get in there and get a 7-yard loss. We have a 2nd and long here. See if our defense can make another play like we did on the last possession. Ooh. And I thought that was going to be the play right there with Thomas Higgins. I thought he was going to make the interception, but instead it's going to be a 3rd and long for these UAB Blazers. And it's going to be a really crucial play for them going forward. They got to get this 1st down. Brian Moore drops back the pass. He's going to try Higgins again. And that might be a dagger. That could very much be a dagger for these Blazers as Higgins is able to come up with the interception on this play. Really nice cover skills shown, keeping up with the wide receiver. And we're going to have the ball basically on our 25-yard line, where we're going to start off with a curls concept, get it to Nate Colvin once again. Only his second catch of the day, but he's averaging 22.5 yards per catch. It's going to be first and goal for the Mud Dogs, where we're going to get it to Darren Joyce one more time. And for the first time today, the South Central Louisiana State Mud Dogs get a passing touchdown, getting us up 35-20. It's now UAB ball with 2 minutes left in the game. Going to start with a little pass play up the middle for Gabe Smith for a gain of 7 yards on the play. Going to be interesting to see how UAB is really surprised that they're not going into a no huddle just yet. Down 2 scores, less than 2 minutes left. Can we hold them? Can we finish strong for this team? And it's a drop. Brian Moore, believe he had his tight end once again, but this time the tight end just drops the ball for him, and instead of a gain for a first down, it's going to be a 3rd and short for the UAB Blazers as they try to run that halfback screen to Ashley Williams, but our defense is just ready. We're just playing great defense right now. 4th and 5 for them. Ashley Williams gets the ball once again, but this time they are not gonna get the first down. And it's all about these Mud Dogs here today. As Carl Wright, he gets a 5-yard gain on the play. That's gonna, and UAB is gonna have to take a timeout. UAB is definitely against the wall. All we have to do now at this point is make sure that we don't fumble the ball. There's no reason for us to lose this game, as Carl Wright gets another. Oh, where are you going? Woo! I thought Carl was going to spin his way out of the first down, but they give him the forward progress, and it's going to be a first down for the Mud Dogs once again. Actually, we might have a chance to get a touchdown here if they want to keep calling timeouts like this. It's a 2-possession game with 1 minute left. There's very little chance that the Mud Dogs can blow this game. Or as Adam Sandler once famously said, "You blew it!" Carl Wright's going to take the ball up the middle once again, try to pad those stats a little bit, and it's going to be an 8-yard gain. Carl doing a real good job in relief for Casey Boggs, who actually ended up with a concussion, which is a real shame. He had 70 yards and 3 touchdowns before that injury. Really could have been a bigger day, but we're going to knee it, and that's going to be it. The South Central Louisiana State Mud Dogs are going to win this game 35-20. We get our very first win on the season. Really proud of these guys by how they played, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for this team, because I saw a lot of good things from this Mud Dog squad here today. It's going to be interesting to see if we can keep that up as we go forward. We can spell defense. That's the biggest takeaway from this game, I think. And you can see on our screen, it was definitely an ugly game for us. Only 150 passing yards, but we were able to enforce our will. Casey Bugg and James Joyce led the way for today's game. 16 carries for 74 yards, as well as that interception from James Joyce that really sparked this defense early on in the game. But we do have 2 head coaching upgrades. So first thing I'm going to do is probably use this on the Road Warrior right here, simply because we do go on the road next week to play, I believe, South Alabama. And then we're also going to throw our other upgrade in scouting. Really important that we get those scouting points. But next week we have UAB or excuse me, we're going on the road for the very first time as an FBS team and playing the South Alabama Jaguars. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you really like college football content, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, as you can expect more South Central Louisiana State football going forward. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.